got some stuff I need to get off my chest. They asked me how it was in the war.
What up, soldiers? Texas Girl 409, aka the Iraq Veteran Gamer, bringing you another installment of War Stories. You might be wondering why I'm sitting in a chair with the bear. It's because there's a story behind this bear. If you didn't know, my ex-girlfriend was killed when we were in Iraq, and this was the bear I got her when I went on my mid-tour leave from Iraq around Valentine's Day. After her family got her belongings back, she still had this bear, and her family gave it to me. This story I'm about to tell you has affected me the most out of any other thing that happened in Iraq. It wasn't seeing another soldier, Sergeant Snell, get killed. It wasn't almost getting killed myself. It was my ex-girlfriend getting killed because it hit home directly. Me and her went to school together. We joined the army around the same time. And when I got to Iraq, I came across her on MySpace and we started talking. And I have all our letters on MySpace that I plan on reading to y'all if y'all want to hear them. I'll do another series strictly for that. Her name was Specialist Kamisha Jane Block. This girl knew more about me than anybody. I told her every single thing about me. And when I went home on leave in February, it was a 2-week leave. I only got to spend 4 hours with her, and that was in a club. Well, after I got back to Iraq, we didn't talk for like a good month. Like we went from talking every day that we could to not hearing from her for at least a couple weeks. Well, I heard from somebody that she was supposedly seeing somebody else. I don't know if she was with this guy or what. And I was kind of hurt. And instead of doing the right thing and asking her if it was true or not, I just wrote her a message telling her pretty much how much I hated her, how everything she told me was bullshit, and I couldn't wait for her to get to Iraq and all this stuff I'd regret. Stuff I shouldn't have said, but I was stressed out from Iraq. Well, me writing her that letter, she responded with, "So you think you know everything," and that was the last time we talked. So 5 months went by, and August 16th she was killed. August 18th, I found out on MySpace, I read a bulletin somebody posted saying RIP Kamisha Block, and I stood up and I just started tearing everything up. I started fucking throwing everything, ripping down my wall dresser, because I was just pissed. And then I went outside, smoked a cigarette, talked to somebody, and all I could think about was how she was killed. Was she shot? Was she blown up? Did she die fast? Did she suffer? I hear from her family that it was friendly fire. They said she was shot once in the chest and that she died instantly. Well, at the funeral, her sister noticed a wound on her head, and that's what made them ask questions. Was her getting shot in the chest really what happened? So it took over a year for her family to find the truth, and what really happened was her new boyfriend that was very abusive. She even told the army he was abusive, and the army did nothing about it. And when they went to Iraq, she finally told him it was over and she didn't want anything to do with them. You know, she even tried switching units to get away from him. Well, I guess his mindset was, if I can't have her, nobody can. So what happened was, he went to her room. They were out on mission. She was the military police. They were stationed in Balad, which is 40 miles north of Baghdad, and they were actually in Baghdad. And he went up to her room, knocked on it, told her roommate to exit the room. He went in there. Next thing she knows, her roommate hears 5 gunshots. He comes out of the room, points the gun at her. Then he ended up shooting himself once in the head. To this day, I still can't figure out why the army would want to lie about a soldier's death like that. That's what proved to me that our government lies to us. It took our parents more than a year to find out what really happened. They had to put up with all the interviews like ABC, CBS, Maximum Magazine even did a story about her. And what pisses me off about Maximum Magazine is they want to come to our town and say we're just a dirty air dot on the map of Texas. We're a town of 11,000 souls that live in gun shacks and trailers, and sit there and talk shit about our town and disrespect a dead soldier, the one who was fucking murdered. But the only thing you want to say about the murderers town is, oh, he's from Alabama. And that's all you want to say. Fuck you, Maxim Magazine. Fuck you in the ass hardcore with no lube. I tried to go on leave to her funeral, but I got denied my leave because there was too many people already on leave. And we had to have a set amount of people in theater at all times. But everybody back home told me it was probably the best that I didn't get to go to the funeral because they said it didn't look like Kamisha in that casket. It took me 3 years to get over her. I know we weren't together at the time, but she still had my heart. And I still love her to this day. But I got over her. It was August of last year that I finally got over her. I got that tattoo, I think 2 weeks before her anniversary, the 3-year anniversary. I still haven't been to her grave since right after I got back from Iraq. So I haven't been to her grave in about 3 years. And I was wondering, would y'all like to go to her grave with me? But that was the moment that affected me the most out of anything in Iraq, and it wasn't even something I witnessed. It happened about 15 miles away from me, and I was a half a world away, but it hit home directly. Looking back on everything, her death has taught me more about respect than anything that has happened in my life. And I think the reason it's taught me so much respect is because what I said to her when we broke up, how hateful I was. It taught me to watch what I say to people, especially people I care about, because you never know if that would be the last words you ever get to say to that person. So watch what you say to the people you care about. Watch what you say about to anybody. You should have respect for anybody, no matter what, unless they disrespect you. How would you like it if you told your friend you hate them, you wish they would die, and they really died, and that was the last things you got to say to them? I bet you feel like shit. If not, then you're a heartless, dirty insurgent. Anyways, if y'all could, please give this video a like and favorite it, because this is a real hard story to talk about. R.I.P. Kamisha. I love you and I'll never forget you. Much love from the Iraq Veteran Gamer. Peace, bitches!